And his searching ball finds Serge Gnabry! And that is a blistering start from the record champions. 4 minutes into the game, and Serge Gnabry already opens the scoring. Gnabry's cross. Müller. And Goretzka! It's 2. Not even 20 minutes on the clock. Kimmich. Lewandowski turns his man, and Kabak was too slow. He's upended the pole, and that is a penalty. Can Robert Lewandowski get off the mark for this campaign? Yes, he can. And Bayern are more than up and running. Long ball from Pavard. Well, it's headed forwards. And Sané is off to the races here. He's going to get in front of Rudy. And Gnabry. Well, it hasn't taken them long in the second half. Serge Gnabry with his second, and Leroy Sané with his first assist in Bayern Red. Well, Schalke no win in their previous 16 league matches. And Sané might be in to punish them again. Lays it off to Gnabry. Same recipe for success for Bayern. Thomas Müller. Tolisso, and Lewandowski's in here. Well, not yet. Oh, what a wonderful Rabona! Oh, and Thomas Müller sticks it in. A wonderful goal, but it owes so much to Robert Lewandowski. This was absolutely outstanding. And Sané's on the run as well. He's through. One-on-one with Ralf Fährmann. And Sané gets his goal that his performances deserve. Musiala. Jamal Musiala! Now another record. Jamal Musiala is the youngest Bayern goal scorer in the book.
Before the half hour. And having had very little to do, 5 minutes before the break, Luther was beaten at the other end by a thumping header from Ruben Vargas. A real soft one conceded by the hosts. Vargas scored his first goal for Augsburg in last season's draw in Bavaria, his team's fifth. And it was a far more competitive affair. Union levelling with a quarter of an hour remaining. Lenz's low cross and Marius Bülter tapping in, giving the home support something to cheer about. It was their first attempt on target in the match. Giekewitz, in his return to the club he departed in the summer, beaten. But into the final 10, Augsburg retook the lead. Mikhail Gregorich returning to the club after a loan away at Schalke last season and repaying the faith placed in him by Heiko Herrlich after he left under a bit of a cloud. Another cross, another header, 2-1 Augsburg. Giekewitz was... Because in the final minute, Augsburg put the seal on just their second ever win on the opening weekend of a new season in the Bundesliga. Substitute Andre Hahn's persistence proved rewarding. His first league goal since November against Hertha.
But on 51 minutes, Arminia stunned Frankfurt when Sergio Cordova set Sebio Suku in motion. With his first ever goal in the Bundesliga and the club back in business in the German top flight. The lead held for just 11 minutes after typical Filip Kostic wing trickery. His cross helped on by Bas Dost for Silva. A brave header to level the scores, but a painful collision with defender Anderson Lukoki.
It's made the breakthrough on 42 minutes as Maximilian Mittelstädt found Peter Pekarik. This was only the fullback's second career goal in the Bundesliga. And Werder were caught again on the stroke of half-time as Vladimir Darida picked out Dodi Lukebakio. An emphatic finish. The Belgian has scored 3 goals in his first 2 competitive games this season. Matheus Cunha was a constant threat, and he forced in a third on 62 minutes. The Brazilian has scored in 7 of his last 11 competitive games. Darida again the provider. 7 minutes later, Ludwig Augustinsson sent in a dangerous cross and found Davy Zelka. The striker's first league goal since returning to Werder on loan came against his parent club, a gesture of defiance. But new Hertha signing John Cordoba had an energetic debut as a substitute, and the former Köln striker grabbed a deserved goal at the death. This crowned a superb opening weekend display by Hertha.
For a first win behind closed doors, and his side delivered early. Köln proved the makers of their own downfall inside 4 minutes when Jonas Hector's back pass allowed Andrej Kramaric to sneak in and break the deadlock. However, despite Hoffenheim coming close to a second, Köln sprung a surprise at the other end and levelled the scores against the run of play courtesy of new signing Sebastian Andersson. The Swede scored 7 headers last season. Köln scored a league-high 15 and both opened their accounts in that regard. There was still time for a hammer blow on half-time, though, when Chikos was penalised for bringing down Christoph Baumgartner in the box. After a lengthy consultation with video assist, Daniel Siebert, the referee, pointed to the spot, which allowed Kramaric to double his tally. Coolly rolling home from the spot kick to bag the 9th brace of his Bundesliga career. Ahead at the break, Sebastian Hoeneß's debut was going according to plan. The complexion of the game changed after the break, though. Köln more assertive, and they grabbed an equaliser. Anderson hit the woodwork with his initial header, and after whiffing at the rebound, it was left to Dominik Drexler to... Köln thought they had rescued a share of the spoils, only to be denied at the last by who else but Andrej Kramaric. The Croatian scored 4 against Dortmund on the final day of last season, but had to settle for a hat-trick on the opening day of this. In the end, though, it was his goal-scoring.
The cross intended for Haaland. This is Bellingham, and it's Gio Reyna! And Dortmund are up and running! A first ever goal in the Bundesliga for Gio Reyna. A teenage co-production. Bellingham with the pass. Reyna makes it 1-0. And he makes no mistake. Erling Haaland puts Dortmund 2 up. And every time Erling Haaland... It's headed clear. Hummels. Jadon Sancho. Sancho shifts through the gears. He's got pace and he's got Erling Haaland charging up in support. It's Erling Haaland! Game, set, match, Borussia Dortmund. This time the 20-year-olds combine. And this was all about the pace of the counter-attack. Not just Jadon Sancho, but Erling Haaland as well. Full speed ahead and an emphatic finish. But the weight on Sancho's pass was perfection. And for a 6th